Good morning, everyone. This is Traders Cafe streaming live on 30th of August. Time is around 10:50 a.m. We have entered positions on Sensex. We are showing two accounts today. Index is sticking to 82,350, 400 and 300 range. There were initial spikes that has resulted in a drawdown at the beginning. You can see touched around 2.25 lakhs and slowly creeped back up. Same happened with this account as well. This account has seen a max drawdown of approximately 1.8 lakhs, and that is the reason. Do not copy your trades. This is not a trading advice. This is only to demonstrate the live positions we take with our own risk. Our risk appetite is a little bit on the higher side because of the experience we have in the markets, and we can manage that. But we definitely do not want our community getting hurt for any reason because of the perception this is a trading advice. So this is definitely not a trading advice. So the two accounts, the one that you see on the right side, I started with a straddle and moved away. But the account on the left side, I started with a strangle and moved closer. I'm pretty happy with actually 7 lakhs that was hit. I think it went up to 7.7 or something like that. I didn't book it, but I think probably I'll wait for 30 more minutes and make a decision what has to be done. Reasonable decay on the both sides of the initial spike. I have not deployed the capital that I have fully. We are only deploying probably 35%, 40%. A lot of room, but I don't need a lot of credit with the profits we have in today. So as long as we're able to manage this, we are good. My position right now is only risk off rather than risk on, unless I see a opportunity. There is something you don't want to miss. Until then, I'll be very choosy as to when to risk on. When I say risk on, it's adding positions or taking more credit by getting closer. So if I want to risk on the call side, I am going to go to 155, and if I want to risk off, I'm going to go to 80 and this thing. So A lot of drawdowns that I have seen on both sides, except one strike that I was able to catch something. But the whole profit is coming from the legs that are there in this. See, everything is. This is all the theta. This is unlike the other account. Everything was booked in. The profits were booked in, and that's the good thing. That's the comfort you can get being far away for indexes that have higher premiums and coming closer. And you can see the result live, where I was closer and I was trying to go away, which is risking off, and basically I have booked everything negative here. Minus 1 lakh, minus 23,000, minus 1 lakh, minus 52,000. If you're watching this stream, do go ahead and like, subscribe. It would definitely help us in reaching to a wider audience. I have a lot of credit on the put side, so I'm gonna risk this off. I did put some exit PNLs. If this goes to 1.5, this is out. This is also the same thing. I'll probably do this to 1 lakh rather than 1.5 for now, because the spikes are in such a way that can actually hit 1 lakh and come back right about 2 lakhs pretty fast. Hope you're having a good trading session thus far. Yesterday's session was really wild. Vishal sir gave an update at the end of the day. I was not able to stream as I promised because I had to manage significant swings. Kept me on the toes. I was ready to accept a reasonable drawdown of 1.52% yesterday after the initial profit of 0.4% in Sensex. Some of you may have heard I said I would not go participate in Nifty, but I was willing to risk that 0.5%, but Nifty had other plans. End of the day was good. Booked around 18 lakhs I guess on the Nifty, but it was a stressful 1.5 hours, no denying that. Let's look at our positions for now. I do not want to be close to the calls also now. I'll be going on mute from time to time. I might not be able to tell that, but if everything goes blank, I'm basically going on mute because I'm sitting on a trading floor, guys, so there is a lot of interaction between traders. We are also just residing next to a main road in Bangalore, Electronic City, so there is a little bit of traffic noise that trickles through the office. That might be causing some issues for you. Unfortunately, we just have to deal with that. Definitely not a stream where you have very silent and professional audio quality, but I hope you all have the willingness to bear with that. My focus is on this strike right now. This is a strike that is heavily concentrated, and here this is a strike, but I'm a little bit okay with this because I have less quantities. If it has to spike and go very fast, I have room to really go fast and catch that with this move here. But I could do the same here, but it's sitting at 1% profit already, and I just don't have the willingness to manage it that way. So I'm ready to go off rather than come in, if that makes sense. Reducing my exposure to that strike, but it could end up that is the strike that give you a lot of money. And the problem I'm having right now with the stream is basically I don't have screens to look at the chart, so I'm basically relying on the price more than the chart. Yeah, Darvas box, people will call this as a classic Darvas box in a 3-minute time frame. And second thing that I was thinking yesterday, and we were discussing about the thing that happens on YouTube, saying this is entertainment purposes only, and we want to tell this is not for entertainment purposes. This is not something we want to entertain you. This is as serious as it can be. So this is definitely don't consider this as an entertainment thing. You're not streaming for entertainment purposes. Our goal is pretty simple: to offer a community for pro traders, those who are wanting to transition from a part-time to a full-time trader, and if they want to work with a trading desk, you're welcome. And that's all there to it is. We are revamping our website, so you will see something. So calls are expanding a little bit without a lot of movement in this. That's the reason I was telling about this strike here and this strike here. So I think the standard dialogue that happens about the entertainment purposes fascinates me a lot of time. So my request is to not take this as entertainment. This is very serious. and you have to treat it that way. I will try to bring in some of our traders in the next week who are extremely good with risk management. I'm not great at that, I would say, but a lot of things that we can learn from them. Hey, Mr. Mishra, I hope I got your name correct. I do not have SLs. There is an option in a Tradeflow where you basically tell the system using this function where you want to roll out, basically, right? And then you also have a system where you can click this and put the SLs, but I do not work that way. My strategy is managing the position and the credit on both sides. So if this has to expand to 120, I'm thinking already, how should I get that credit here? One way, if you see, it's 6.3 lakhs versus 4.2 lakhs, which is a significant skew. So there are ways you can do it, and let me show you right now. Now the skew is closer. Even closer. But at the same time, as I was telling earlier on the screen, I am not happy with this strike especially, and the strike that was there here. The reason is they have a potential to really spike, and I am positioned to move away when that happens. See, it went to 77 or something like that and came back to 90 up front. And these puts are not going to decay. So pretty close to the targets on this side, and this is probably close if we spend this in the range for a little bit more time, but I'm not expecting market will have the same plans, so it may play around. We just have to manage it. So to answer your question, no, there are no SLs in the system. This is a discretionary semi-automated system that I manage and some of our other traders manage using the price and the momentum and expansion of price. There are a number of other systems we run where there are SLs that are managed by algos. We'll probably stream that one day. Let us know if that answered your question, if you want to hear something more. So we're gonna do a small puja now. We are a little bit late because of some of the things that are happening here. So we're gonna go on mute. That's the bell. Or we'll keep it open so that you can hear the bells. String.
We'll do some puja.
Small spike on the call side, so I adjust the positions to run away. I'm gonna change this to 10 for now. And here I'm gonna keep it 7.5. I think we should be good. Still a long way to go there. Anything can happen between now and then. Oh, this is wrong, is it? This is... yeah. There was an issue with my entry. So, Mr. Sharma, so why don't you get in touch with Mr. Vishal? The number is in the description channel. My suggestion is get in touch with him after market hours. Just message him on WhatsApp. He will advise when is the best time to contact, and you can explore opportunities with him. Where are you based, if we can ask? This is probably the resistance for the MTM for now. Gonna see how this behaves. So I'm starting to think about locking in profits with one account at least. The exposure right now I have the market, even though my deployed capital is below 30%. Let me check that. Yeah, it's 60% on one account, which is which is this one. The other account, this one, is only at 30%. So the margin that I'm utilizing for this is only 3 crores now, but that's on that margin. This is a very decent return. But I don't see it that way. If you have to calculate on your total margin that is available to you. So in that way, the returns are still below 1%. Close to 0.8. This is above 1%, a little bit above 1%. So we can do it two ways. Push this to 10 lakhs. Push this to 7 lakhs and close this at 9 lakhs. So both are same. So there were some requests for us to talk a little bit about us in Hindi. So this is, while this fluctuates, I'm gonna try to find Mr. Vishal and ask him to speak about us in Hindi a little bit and explain everything that he does in English and Hindi. So yeah, I can find him. He's coming. Good morning, Mr. Vishal, sir.
Yeah, good morning, sir. How are you doing, sir?
Doing pretty well. So one, we are at 1%, slightly above one, we are a little bit below 1%. So there are a few requests that have come to us to talk about us a little bit in Hindi. So you are good with Hindi, so if you can help stream a little bit, that's all about that.
Definitely. नहीं, ये मैं विशाल आपसे पहले भी मैं आपसे बात कर चुका हूँ मैं, तो काफ़ी रिक्वेस्ट आया थे कमेंट सेक्शन में और हमें फ़ोन में कि आप हिंदी में भी स्ट्रीम कीजिए। मगर यहाँ पे जो ट्रेडर्स कैफ़े में जितने लोग रहते हैं सब है, या साउथ से भी है, नॉर्थ से भी है, तो इट्स अ मिक्स कम्युनिटी। ऐसा नहीं है कि हम लोग हैं, मगर मैं आपके रिक्वेस्ट को कंसिडर करूँगा एंड हम लोग पॉडकास्ट भी और स्ट्रीमिंग भी लाइव हिंदी में आएंगे हम लोग बीच में। तो ये बेसिकली मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूँ कि एग्जैक्टली ये ट्रेडर्स कैफ़े है क्या। ये ठीक है, ये मिस्टर मेहुल जियानी इसके फाउंडर मेंबर है ट्रेडर्स कैफ़े के। ये इनका ब्रेन चाइल्ड आइडिया था इनका कि इस तरह का एक ट्रेडिंग फ्लोर होना चाहिए, क्योंकि जनरली जो ट्रेडर्स होते हैं वो अपने घर में अकेले बैठ के एग्जीक्यूट करते हैं ऑर्डर्स। कई बार पता नहीं चलता है कि उनका रिस्क कहाँ पे चला जा रहा है, किस तरह से वो एग्जीक्यूट कर रहे हैं, क्या उनकी गलती थी या फिर वो मार्केट में स्पाइक था, क्या स्ट्रैटेजी इंप्लीमेंट करना चाहिए। अगर हम लोग एक ही कम्युनिटी में के लोग अगर हम एक जगह बैठ के ट्रेड करते हैं तो एक दूसरे को हेल्प कर सकते हैं। ये उनका सबसे पहला एक रीज़न था कि हम लोग को एक कॉमन प्लेटफॉर्म में आना चाहिए, सिस्टम से कैसे बेनिफिट लेना चाहिए। बहुत सारे फ़ायदे हैं ट्रेडर्स कैफ़े के। यहाँ पे हम लोग जब साथ एग्जीक्यूशन करते हैं, एक लर्निंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू बहुत अच्छा रहता है इसमें। तो पहले मेरे को लगता था कि मैं कुछ गलती कर रहा हूँ और सिस्टम कुछ मेरे को प्रॉब्लम कर रहा है, मैं डिफ्रेंशिएट नहीं कर सकता था, भले वो इंट्राडे ट्रेड हो, पोजिशनल ट्रेड हो, क्या रीज़न है, आईबी स्पाइक हो गया आपका या कोई इवेंट होने वाला है, कई बार पता नहीं चलता था। और जब हम लोग एक कॉमन फोरम में आते हैं तो हम लोग आइडियाज़ एक्सचेंज करते हैं, न्यूज़ एक्सचेंज करते हैं एक दूसरे से। कल से आज बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस रहा है। एक पोर्टफोलियो में हमने ऑलरेडी 1.1% क्रॉस कर गए और दूसरे में अचीव करने वाले हैं 1%। ये हम लोग ट्रेडफ्लो बोल के एक सॉफ्टवेयर है, उससे एग्जीक्यूट कर रहे हैं। एंड मिस्टर नसीम जो मेरे साथ ट्रेडर है, ही इज़ अ वेरी एक्सपीरियंस ट्रेडर, बहुत ही एक्सपीरियंस ट्रेडर है. इनसे बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिलता है हमें. डे टू डे हम लोग बहुत सारे कंसिडर करते हैं कि कहाँ पे रखना चाहिए, किस तरह रखना चाहिए, और वो बहुत अच्छा एडवाइस देते हैं हमें. आप लोग का ट्रेड कैसा चल रहा है? आप लोग बताइए, आप लोग किस तरह का स्ट्रैटेजी एग्जीक्यूट कराते हैं इसमें? बिकॉज हम लोग सब ऑप्शन सेलर के प्लेटफॉर्म से जुड़े हुए हैं एक दूसरे से, मगर किस तरह का स्ट्रैटेजी, कोई स्ट्रैटेजी अगर किसी को बेनिफिट दे सके तो प्लीज़ आइए, जुड़िए हमें इन अ लार्जर प्लेटफॉर्म. हम बहुत लोगों को इसको बेनिफिट कर सकते हैं इसमें.
थैंक्स विशाल जी, आप ऐसे रोज़ आते रहिए स्ट्रीम पे, थोड़ा हिंदी कम्युनिटी को भी सर्व करेंगे.
थैंक यू सो मच.
एंड जैसे आप देते हो इवनिंग एंड ऑफ द डे रैप अप, so people are expecting and excited about you speaking to them. And he is kind enough to share his number, guys, but my request is don't bombard him. He is a person who can help you, but just contact him and ask for advice when is the right time for to speak, and he'll definitely get back to you with a recommendation. We're also on Twitter, guys. Go check our Twitter. It's Trading Cafe _Bangalore, BLR. We have a Trading Cafe Pune. We have Trading Cafe Vizag. We have Trading Cafe Erode. We have PC Varsity, which is our educational handle. Then we have our website traderscafe.in. So let's look at this. What has happened? There is a young trader that is sitting beside me, and he's starting to scale up. And he is doing 1 DT, and that's my advice. If you're risk averse, and if you do not want to be managed by the index rather than you managing it, and that is what is happening in the current scenario, right? So go far. You don't have to intraday at all. Or build systems that have both 1 DT, 2 DT, and 0 DT systems with a diversification. We run a few algos that work that way. Puts are expanding really fast, and I want to be away. Our highest concentration of risk on this is 80 to 100. Don't worry about the premium, but the risk is concentrated there. So if they are threatened by any mean, this position will come into significant stress. But I am not willing to be there when it happens. Getting closer on the call side here. 80 to 700 is the strike, so that is fine. See, the stark difference between this is everything that you see here in the panel is booked positive. I did not have a single leg that I closed negative except the hedges. Hedges also did not decay, which is interesting. But here, let me do that. See, most of the legs are booked in positive, negative, except 80 to 400 CE. And there is a reason why I wanted to be closer in one account versus be farther in one account. And I entered pretty quickly today, which I typically want to avoid. I entered at 9:32 in this account. $9.55, no, let me see. 9:32, 9:20, 9:18 in this account. So, there are a number of definitions for the technical term called initial balance. I'm comfortable with defining that as 30 minutes for NSE India, but I know traders that look at 15-minute initial balance, 1 hour initial balance as well. It's a dangerous time to enter and build positions. So my entries were very staggered. Although they are staggered with my 1/10 and one probably below that numbers, I was hit. I was in drawdowns of 1 lakh plus in each account. I had to make adjustments there. And I did not basically add in positions until I was close to breaking, because I did not want to be in a situation where there is a rapid expansion and I am taking more credit and it never stops. That is what has happened with Nifty puts yesterday. And then there is a sudden short covering rally burst upside. I won't call it a rally, but yeah, there was a burst. Classic manipulation. Hey, thanks, Sean. Cheyenne, sorry if I have pronounced your name incorrectly. Glad to have you here. And don't mind the background noise, guys. We just can't do anything about it. It's our streams probably are unique. Trademark. We will have background noise. Oh, so we have folks coming from Fatehpur, UP. And Cheyenne is from Kolkata. Nice. We are having a resistance to our MPM right now. So that means the decay, the velocity of decay has closed down. You see this? And this is what I was alluding to earlier. It went to a drawdown, 2.5 lakhs, immediately spiked up, went up, up, and then here is where we are taking resistance. This was also a classic drawdown, go up, retest the drawdown, go straight up. And here we have this. So because I am a little bit far away, we are at 82 400, I'm 82 500, 700, 82 200 and 100 on one account. These are not gonna decay very fast. This will take time. And I'm looking at achieving 10 on this, 7 at least on this. I'm gonna go on mute for a few minutes, guys, and then come back. I will continue to adjust if the positions go haywire. For those who have tuned in, my request is to like and subscribe. If you can, if you find the content useful. No obligation as such, but we would appreciate if you can. So I'm gonna trial my stops now. Exits. I'm gonna get it to 3,50,000. I will go ahead and do 4 lakhs. And make it to 9,50,000. I think 9,50,000. I can't achieve 95 lakhs for sure. So I think this is where we're gonna put position, and then I'm gonna call it a day. Here I'm gonna do 3 lakhs minimum, and I think we should be good with 7. Oops. Did a small mistake there, so I had to readjust. I'm not on mute. Okay. So we're not gonna get our targets pretty easy. Is what I'm sensing. It's trying to test the day lows, and if that happens, there is a liquidity sweep that's gonna happen. All the spikes for one, all the puts for one time will try to expand. There will be opportunities arising in the expansion. But we are already in the position and close to our target, so I don't want to do the exits and re-entries and all of that. We'll try to continue to manage this and see. I'm okay to reduce my expectations a little bit lower also if needed. I don't want to go to a weekend with the red. Okay, absolutely okay with break evens. What's the spike?
Sensex, no?
Yeah, there is a little bit of trouble, tendency of the puts that are trying to spike. They are at the, I think, one standard deviation. So yeah, we need to exit this. Calls have horribly lost value. So these are our bets now. What I'm trying to really do is not to put a concentration of quantities at one place, and the reason for that is not because of the fear of quantities, but the way that Sensex options behave, any BSE instrument, and if it starts to expand, you will just not have time to basically do this. That's the target hit. This account is done, closed. Close to target for this account, done, closed. That's all there is, guys. That's the job done. It's 9.5 plus 7. We're at 11:46 exactly. We did not utilize our full margin. I wish I would, but looking at yesterday's expiry, I'm still a little bit rattled and wanted to be a little bit conservative. So that's approximately, I think, 16 lakhs. Yeah, let me go ahead and refresh because there will be slippage. You see, this was not 9.4, 9.3 lakh, 3,000 gone there, but 3,000 gone here. So approximately 17 lakhs. Good day, good week. Overall, a great month. I think we're gonna end our stream here. Probably bring back stream up with some of our systems and let them run. We have some unique ways of how we read the charts, understand the momentum, understand the intensity, understand the entries and all of that. We'll probably use the time in the later in the afternoon to do that. And these accounts will not have additional entries. this is the day for them. So thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. Please go ahead and like and subscribe. Do share this with your friends. We would love participation and support you any way we can. Have a good rest of your day and weekend, guys. Thanks.